You might be wondering why I'm on the floor, and to that I say that we are doing a massive book unhaul today. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Olivia, and I talk about all things books, and that does mean all genres. I think this year my book buying problem has really gotten out of hand. Not that I spent so much on books, but I have done a lot of book thrifting. And I feel like as I collect books, I do need to make room for more. As you see, my bookshelf is very well packed. So I'm just trying to get rid of some books that no longer suit me. So stick around to see what I am planning to get rid of. I think I'm going to start off with a very controversial take, and that is with the 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I am getting rid of this. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I don't think that I'm going to reread it, so I don't need it on my shelf. Then I have the first 4 books in the Riley Thorne series by Lucy Score. I don't know if this series is going to be continued or not. I haven't looked too far into it, but I don't know if I was in the right headspace whenever I read this, because I think this is something called romantic suspense, and I went in just thinking that it was going to be romance. There were some suspenseful parts, yes. I think they tried to be way too funny for what they were. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some Lucy Score. Things We Left Behind is one of my all-time favorite romances, but I don't think that this series was for me. Moving on to 2 by the same author, Make Me and Runaway Girl by Tessa Bailey. I don't know if Tessa Bailey is the right author for me. I think her characters day to day are really nice, but whenever it comes to spicy scenes and romance, I could not care less about what she writes, unfortunately. So I am going to donate these as well. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I read this, I enjoyed it, I had a theory, and I'm so glad that it wasn't what my theory was. I think with all thrillers, once I read it for the first time, I can't go back and do a reread because I already know what happens, I already know the twist. So I am going to be donating these. And I know you see all of the thrillers I have behind me. I'm thinking about just getting rid of all of those as well, because I don't think any of them are going to be life-changing enough to where I would want to keep a trophy of them. Same thing with Chevy Stevens' Never Let Me Go. I haven't read this. I honestly just haven't been in too much of a thriller mood recently, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. If anything, I can get it from the library. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I think that there was a lot of hype around this book, so whenever I saw it at the thrift store, I decided to buy it. Haven't read it, and the hype really died down for this, and now I'm starting to hear echoes of people who didn't like it, and I think that is kind of driving the force for me to just get rid of this. And again, if I do want to read it in the future, then I can just get it from the library. The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. I heard really good things about this at one point in time. So again, whenever I saw it at the thrift store, I decided to purchase it. And then I got more books, and this one fell to the bottom of my TBR, so I'm going to get rid of this. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I believe this is a YA thriller, and when it comes to reading about teenagers or adolescents, I don't know. That just feels so icky to me, and I'm not interested, so I will be giving this away. The Summer Girl by Elle Kennedy. I have more summer romances that are higher priority than this one, and I don't feel like I need another one. The Funeral Ladies of Ellery County. I started reading this, actually started annotating it, and then it just got way too controversial for me. The grandmother in here was talking about the looks of someone she went to high school with. Moreover, I like unlikable characters, but none of these characters had any redeeming qualities, and then there was a romance subplot, and it's like, if I don't like you, why am I rooting for you to find love? The Rosewater Redemption by Tay Thomas. I ended up getting this in a mystery book box from Second and Charles. So this is the 3rd in a series. The first 2 were not in there. The Family Upstairs and The Family Remains by Lisa Jewell. Again, read it. I don't feel the need to keep a thriller. This was not life-changing. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I read Sharp Objects at the end of last year, and I really struggled to get through it. I don't know if it was the writing style or I just wasn't interested in the story. I felt like it was predictable, and I've already watched the movie for this, so I don't know if I'm interested in reading the book for this as well, especially if the author's writing style and I do not go together. Have I read it? No. Am I interested? No. Also, Sourdough by Robin Sloan. I read this as a buddy read with my husband, and it was fine. I think that it was more literary fiction with some magical realism into it. And I think I've learned at this point that I'd rather just have fantasy or lit fic, but whenever you combine the two, it becomes really boring to me. I think that I have too many questions that don't go answered, so I am getting rid of this as well. And then lastly, Rewind It Back by Liz Tom 40. I bought this secondhand because I have the first four with the indie covers and I thought this would match. It's not the same size. This is the UK version. So I did end up getting the US version and I'll just be getting rid of this. But that is it for my massive unhaul. I still need to go through and see if I'm interested in reading any of these because we are planning to move soon and I don't feel like I want to move all of these.